So, originally, I wanted to make a top 10 facts about what happened in 2016, but a couple things prevented me from doing so. First off, I started off way too late, as in 3 days before New Year's late. I feel as though that's a video you upload on the day. Secondly, I didn't have enough time and information to properly fact-check my list, unlike in this video where I made sure my sources were reliable. So don't worry, there's no Wikipedia stuff in there. Third, and finally, there's a bunch of other YouTubers that have made way better videos than me covering 2016, including a guy called Lemmino. He's a Swedish YouTuber and his channel is incredible, so I highly recommend checking him out. The problem is, with no 2016 video, I figured I didn't know what else to make, but I did know one thing that I know a lot about. I didn't want to do a 10 facts as a bunch of other channels already do that, but probably something with a smaller number. So, without further ado, here is the top 5 facts about voice acting. Starting off the list at number 5, this is a fact to all beginners and people that want to know a little bit more about voice acting as a whole. There's a documentary on Netflix called I Know That Voice, and it covers everything from the people that work in this industry to small details and facts that a lot of people don't know. It has a bunch of content including English stuff for anime shows, how voice actors have impacted video games and movies, and a bunch of other interesting things. The documentary also has an abundance of voice actors giving their input and opinion about the industry. A lot of really well-known voice actors such as Tara Strong, D. Bradley Baker, John DiMaggio, and of course Nolan North are all part of it. It's definitely an interesting watch, and it's highly recommended to anyone who wants to know more about what goes on behind the mic and what it takes to be a good voice actor. Now, before this video goes any further, I just want to give a quick shout out to TheGenerationWest. You can find his URL in the description below. His channel covers everything that I just talked about within the documentary, including some comparison between voice actors, the stuff that they've done throughout the years, and even the different voices between some cartoon characters or video game characters you've heard throughout the years. So I highly suggest checking him out too. At number 4, there are professional voice actors with million-dollar voices, as they're called. There's a YouTube video with Fox News covering this back in 2008, and I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys are interested in watching it. It has interviews with high-grossing voice actors such as Don LaFontaine, Ben Patrick Johnson, George De La Hoya, and Cedric Fox, who at the time were the biggest grossing voice actors. While those 4 do make a lot per paycheck, there are actually a lot of other voice actors that have actually exceeded those. Most of these voice actors are coincidentally also associated with The Simpsons. Julie Kavner, Yeardley Smith, Dan Castellaneta, Nancy Cartwright, Harry Shearer, that guy, and Hank Azaria have all voiced Simpsons characters as well as other cartoon characters in their professional voice acting careers, and they've all grossed between $55 to $70 million in net worth in respected order. Mike Judge, voicing many characters on his own animated shows such as Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill, comes in at the 3rd biggest net worth, being $75 million. Seth MacFarlane holds 2nd biggest net worth at $150 million, voicing various characters on his own animated shows Family Guy, American Dad, and The Cleveland Show. I think he also did a stuffed teddy bear thing, but I don't know. But first place goes to Trey Parker and Matt Stone with their co-created satire-filled animated show, South Park, with both of their net worths tying in at $300 million. Hard to believe that animated characters such as Mr. Hanky and the Christmas Pooh and Leopold Butters, Scotch... These guys have $300 million. $300 million. And they did South Park. Go figure. At number 3, voice acting has had a lot of benefits for any actor that chooses not to be seen. They can usually appear in casual clothing in the recording booth and record their lines without worry, as multiple takes can be made. However, while the actor behind the mic can't be seen, sometimes their whole bodies are required for the role. Motion capture is becoming more common in collaboration with voice acting. It's becoming bigger in both video games and movies these days. You probably already heard of one particular motion capture actor by the name of Andy Serkis. He's been in multiple fantastic sci-fi movies such as in Lord of the Rings and its prequel The Hobbit as Smeagol and his alter personality Gollum, King Kong in the 2005 movie King Kong, and as another primate named Caesar in the soon-to-be Planet of the Apes trilogy prequel reboot sequel thing. still don't know what to call it. However, while Serkis is one of the best in the motion capture actor category, he isn't the only one that's excelling right now. Benedict Cumberbatch made a spectacular performance as the dragon Smaug. Wait, Benedict Cumberbatch? Well, Doctor Strange did a good job as Smaug in the second Hobbit movie, The Desolation of Smaug. And Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson were both praised for their incredible motion and voice acting performances in the 2013 PlayStation game, The Last of Us. Still waiting for part 2. There have also been other games and movies that have not only started to utilize motion capture technology to get body movements correctly, but facial capture as well. Such cases include the movie Avatar and The Adventures of Tintin. Game developers are also using this to get more realistic results with game characters, with games like Beyond Two Souls and LA Noire being prime examples. Hopefully this technology will continue to improve and will get even better results in the years to come. At number 2, while that may not be shocking, it certainly should be known that a lot of voice actors are also musicians. While this does not mean that every voice actor can sing or is skilled with a musical instrument, it does mean that a lot of them have a sense of music inside of them. Voice acting, singing, and music have a lot in common if you think about it. Voice actors and singers need the right person to hit that tone or pitch and need to be good at it if you want to be good in the business. All musicians and voice actors need to put in their best effort and emotion in their work, and most of the time you see a lot of them, even though they're good, have a daily practice or have some kind of routine to perfect their performances. A lot of voice actors these days are also known for their musical talent and vocal chops. Some examples include Troy Baker, Vic Mignogna, Jim Cummings, and many more. This just goes to show that you need more than a great impression of a celebrity or of a cartoon character to become a great voice actor. You also need a deep passion to go along with your performance as well. And finally, at number 1. Well, it may not be a fact, but more like a bunch of facts about this individual. Every good voice actor needs to know about one of the greatest that ever lived, Mel Blanc. Remember those old Looney Tunes cartoons that they showed on Cartoon Network? The really old ones? You were probably listening to one of the many voices he provided for the show. From his early work in radio to his late legacy years voicing the Looney Tunes characters we all know and love, Mel Blanc's had his voice shared all over. While many people who already know who Mel Blanc was probably know this story, it's still extremely fascinating to hear about. Before his death, Mel Blanc had actually suffered a coma caused by a car crash. While in his coma-induced sleep, one of Blanc's doctors, who was also a fan of his cartoons, tried something out. "Bugs? Bugs Bunny? Are you there?" He asked, to which Mel, still in his coma, replied, "What's up, Doc?" in his Bugs Bunny voice. Eventually, the doctor was able to wake him up with the help of his cartoon voices. While he also provided the voices for Tweety Bird, Speedy Gonzales, Porky Pig, and Daffy Duck, some of the voices had to be sped up a little bit to actually match the voices he was doing. In order to give you a little example of what I'm talking about, the voice changes were more towards on speed. For example, Porky would sound like Bugs, if not for the speed change, and Daffy would sound a lot like Sylvester the Cat Slobbering. Having passed away due to heart disease on July 10, 1989, Mel Blanc has left a legacy for all current and future voice actors and is considered one of the most respected and talented performers of all time. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll try to upload more content like this in the later future. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I wish you guys all have a good one.